ladies. So really dangerous times for Cubs, at risk of letting this score really pile up, because again, you never know with aggregates that come into play later on. That version was successful. Huge score here for Shogun ladies. As you see that switch play, then the gap is just gaping. Very big hole in that defense. Straightens and goes all the way. Charlotte Woodman. 32-0, big win here. Doesn't seem to bother teams, the ladies especially, with this 10-meter non-compliance with the 10 meters kickoff.
Well, is it that it doesn't bother them, or
I don't see any team really feeling like it's a lost opportunity to put the receiving team under pressure, because
here is the thought. They've not realized that that is an opportunity where you can get the restart. So mostly it's sort of a 50. It's not even 50-50. It's a gamble.
Clean break there by Nelly Chikombe. We said she had the wheels, and she goes finally to put Kenya Cubs on to the scoreboard. Very popular try here. Of course, you see from our camera angle the fans that are already on this side, just avoiding the warmer side, the brighter side of the stadium here, but quite a number of fans sitting in the shade. That was a popular try. It's pumping, identifying that space, goes on deck, releases the ball, then picks it up. Shogun ladies guilty of not covering that base, and Chikombe wiser to the opportunity that presented itself there. Version wasn't successful, and we get a restart here. Nice restart, goes just shy of Shogun ladies 22, and quickly coming into. Oh, it's a high tackle. That was a high tackle from Diana Mideva. Shogun ladies electing to go for the scrum option just outside of their 22. Already have this game in the bag with seconds to go. As we hear the router there, that will be your router that will indicate to you at home whenever there's time running out of the clock. Chipping over the defense, but it's recovered there by Nelly. Goes to deck, coming to the left side. That pass not going to hand. That pass just kills the momentum. Any opportunity for Kenya Cubs to get a second try. They run out of time. Center referee Duncan Kyoko signals the end of this one. Shogun ladies emerging victorious, 32-5. Big win for them. Their first match of the 27th edition of Safari Sevens. Move on to the next match. Coming to you shortly. third match of the women's category. This one featuring our next door neighbors, Uganda, taking on Belgium. Waiting for the kickoff. Belgium kicking us off. Uganda once really conquering the landscape around here for women's rugby. The early years, last 20 years, they have had
What's happening? What's happening?
stamping the authority very early here.
Yeah, it's a good hunting ground for them. I mean, they've won the Safari Sevens here, so
Yeah,
it's a comfortable dash across the border to just get here and be able to enjoy the Safari Sevens. And the Safari Sevens has always enjoyed such teams. Uganda, I mean, the partnership between the Kenya Rugby Union and the Uganda Rugby Union, a healthy one. You can see the battles that we have. Maybe we have aspirations, Uganda also have aspirations, but most importantly, we are good teams and we work almost close enough from this eastern side of the world.
Yeah, we've Uganda ladies honestly they did have an upper hand. They went quick off the blocks in terms of the women's rugby. Kenya women's rugby has been playing catch up, but it did caught up and went ahead in terms of performances. And you can see that in the last couple of 5 or so years where the Kenya Lionesses have had an upper hand in those fixtures. But Uganda here, just to get themselves into contention, they have had to contend here with a strong defense from the Belgium team. Moving and shifting the ball quickly, coming back on a cut. Back, goes to deck there. Namibiro Lydia. Injury to one of the players from Belgium. Another physical contest there. Uganda ladies just really physical.
But you know, this is a game they feel like. They see the Belgium side play in Europe, and you know the battle has always been there.
Yeah, plenty of support here. Nakuya Agnes with another strong carry, but just spills the ball. It's turned over when they had 5 meters or so to go and score their first try.
Really, this is where Uganda can play Belgium. I mean, where else can they play the Belgium side?
Yeah, the opportunity has presented themselves.
Yeah, and you back yourself up. I mean, you're representing the Pearl of Africa. You're a big brand. You're a big name.
Going all the way. Abigail Bokonda scores the first try for Belgium after a very strong carry. In that turnover, Luca Blomat did all the hard work, goes to deck, and then quick to the scene, pick and go. Round the fringes of that track, Abigail Bokonda goes all the way to score their first try. Hitting back when they were under pressure. Bruising hits there, bruising carries from Uganda. Just falling short of scoring. That conversion not successful, as you see there. That left side, the set piece was left unattended. Took it up, took the opportunity, and goes to score. 5-0 lead here. Uganda must be smarting from conceding that try after a really enterprising play there that did yield much needed points. They go again, coming into contact there and then spilling the ball as she hit deck.
Yeah, that's an opportunity there, gone begging. The bubble there on the floor. The Ugandans have battled hard. This first half, the scoreline testament to exactly what they would want, not far off to attack in the second half maybe. But they still have 2.5 minutes to play this first half, so it's still an opportunity presented to them.
Yeah, very much. Bokonda coming in on a cutback.
Yeah, Bokonda there. Good step. That start stop, yeah, stopping the defender there.
But numbers out wide here, 2v1. The defenders coming back into play here.
And you know that retreat is testament to what Ugandans have done this first half. They've really made sure that contact area is not as easy as it should. So they're making the tackles, as you can see there. They're battling hard. You know, the Belgium side have to compete hard, and it makes really good value for money as Lisa Gusens goes over.
Yeah, nice face of play there from Belgium. They have done an offload. You know, in those phases of play, keeping the ball alive, not allowing Uganda an opportunity to contest when they are getting into those tackle areas. You saw a chicken wing pass there and good interchange of ball there between Luka Blomat and ending with that try from Lisa Gusens. As you see that chicken wing pass, backdoor pass, pick and go there from Luka Blomat, offloading from deck. Uganda had no time to realign in that defense.
Yeah, the Ugandans didn't have enough time to try and fix and sort themselves out. They're trailing. 1 minute to go this first half. If you're just joining us from the Pearl of Africa, welcome to the official live stream brought to you courtesy of KCB Bank. KCB have, they have a regional feel. There is KCB Uganda, and of course, this presents an opportunity for the customers in Uganda to catch a glimpse, courtesy of KCB Bank Kenya, to catch a glimpse of their national team, and also a glimpse of the KCB rugby team that is also taking part in these games.
Yeah, also we know KCB is sponsoring rugby team back, the Ugandan men's league.
Yeah,
so
KCB
their
Corps.
footprint around rugby is really huge.
Yeah, beautiful work there. Many thanks. So you just get onto the KCB page on YouTube. You'll be catching us live, and also on the other side, Sport Pesa page, also beaming these games live. The two partners saying that we will support rugby. We'll make sure that we have a good market for you and the value of the brand itself. So many thanks to Sport Pesa and KCB.
Good strong carry there from Uganda. They have done well to get themselves back into Belgium's territory. Now they need to work this ball. They have numbers out wide, but stepping back in and going all the way to score their first try. Amoli Lona Sandra just stepped back into traffic of chasing defenders from Belgium there. Opening the space for her to go. And in the scheme of things, you really see that they deserve that try. They have applied pressure with those bruising carries right at the heart of Belgium's defense. Finally, they get a reward for that. That conversion was successful. The referee brings the first half to a halt. Belgium leading this one 10-7. This is an interesting one as we wait for the second half. Just pin Belgium here We need to put them here. No line breaks for Belgium. Then they'll find themselves back in contention. A 3-point gap difference for the two teams, and really physical, those tackles. Referee just penalizing them for going high. Sometimes that aggression can go beyond the bounds allowed. In this case, it's a high shot. Belgium player, and they choose to go for territory, getting themselves out of their 22, where honestly they had been pinned and they were under pressure.
I've just been looking at the KCB fan cam. You can see the faces there. It's Friday, it's a holiday, and guys are already having it.
Yeah, it's a long weekend for most, and you'll find that this is a 3-day tournament with a local holiday here, Mazingira Day, Environment Day. This way it's Mazingira Day for those watching us around the globe. And therefore,
it's a good tackle there. That is shoelace stuff. I mean, if not for that one last ditch defensive effort,
Bokonda was gone there.
It's amazing.
A missed tackle there from Uganda. The scramble defense does well to come in and pin her down. Really close quarter combat here from Belgium, and led to that rag, penalized for holding on. Quick tap and go.
Good reaction there.
Not going 10, so the referee gives a yellow card. First yellow card to the Belgium, and we'll just get you the number. That is Femke Sons. Femke Sons goes into the sin bin for 2 minutes, just interfering with a quick tap and go there from Uganda. There's something not right here, because there is a yellow card and there are 7 players on the pitch. Actually almost 8. Touch judge not allowing the game to continue until there is order here. There was a yellow card issued. The referee trying to just ensure that they are playing 6 against 7 for the next 2 minutes. So you see that strong carry. That number 10, that is Lisa Kusens, should be the one going to the bin for that tackle. And indeed, a bit of a mix-up on who is to go out, but that has been ironed out. It's 6 versus 7, and another opportunity here for Uganda to score and get to the front. They have to move this ball. Udo floats the tackle, going for her second try, and dots it down. Amoli Lona Sandra with her second try, and the second one for Uganda. Good use of the 7 against 6, kept the ball alive, kept it moving. Belgium are always short of numbers. And in this case, they find themselves trailing for the first time in this match.
Penalty awarded there to Belgium. Uganda guilty of giving away easy passage out. They had the Belgium side pinned in, or is it pinned back?
Nice contact there. Big hit that causes the spill of ball from Belgium. They are back to the full complement after serving 2 minutes out. Number 12 coming back into play. Romani coming back into play. And Belgium wanting to use the next 1 minute to get themselves back into this game. Just 2 points separating the teams. Uganda have worked hard to get themselves ahead. Picking off the base there, Molly, and offloads. Support needed here. They have space out wide. Straightens and goes back into contact. Mufua Rachel just goes into contact and of course does well to retain possession. Good hustling of the ball carrier there from Belgium, trying to jackal, but elect to just go back for the defensive structure. That looks like a turn.
No, it wasn't.
Turnover,
Player was off.
Player was off it, yeah.
A good capture there by the referee. Very good eyesight. I mean, he was positioned on the open side so he could see it, but on the blind side, because we were blinded from this side, you couldn't see that one knee was on the floor. So very good pick up there by our center referee. The quality of the officiating also going a notch higher because this is an international event. We are Nairobians, we're Kenyans. We have to organize a party.
Yeah, a lot to wait for those who like the party side of rugby. As you see there, just going off it, her right knee on the deck there, she went for the ball. That's not allowed. You have to have a fair contest. You have to remain supporting your body weight whenever you get into that track situation.
Yep. The fans
Uganda
are already singing.
Yeah, they need to kick this one out. I think time is off unless we are now into referee's time. 2 points the difference. And finally that which is sounded there, and Uganda look like they will make this their first win, their first match. All they need to do is tap it, put it into touch, which they do, and record their first win.
And there you have it.
Going ahead in their pool here. That very tight win, 12-10 against Belgium. And you see the flag there. Enough Ugandans, I tell you, in the stadium. Our next door neighbors having their first victory. As we move to the next match, featuring the home team, Lioness. First appearance in this 27th edition of Safari Series.
Champes! Uko mood gani? The new KCB mobile app adapts to you, your mood, and your mode. Ingia selfie mode and securely log into the app via your Face ID ama fingerprint. Tunatambua pia wewe ni mjanja ikifika kwa do. Fika thrift mode and access more ways to pay and transfer money. Scan to pay, pay to Vumatil or Paybill, prepaid cards, mobile transfers. Financial decisions pia lazima zikuwe tops. Move to investor mode and grow your money na fixed deposit ama goal savings account. Extend protection yako through the app. Flip to protect mode and access insurance products kama motor vehicle cover. One app for all your modes. Download the new KCB mobile app today. KCB, for people, for better.
Washa.
Vipi watu wangu, ni Rada Safi na Bigi, Rada Safi na SportPesa. In this episode is all about celebrating SportPesa's excellence as the top betting brand in Kenya.
Bila kuwa na tough mind, kuambiwa ni ngumu. Mpaka mtu akue kabisa na akili ile kabisa tough, kwa sababu mbio si fun.
Talent demands sacrifice.
Why boxing is because one day a man just came and slapped me. I wanted to go to the gym, learn the skills and get a revenge on any kind of man who would want to take advantage of me.
Miaka mingi iliyopita watu walikuwa wanaonekana kama watu ambao ni wakichakani, lakini sasa tuna jina nzuri kupitia hii sponsorship ya SportPesa.
There's some races that I wasn't able to participate because I didn't get the funds. But now that Jamini is in the picture, my dream is to take part in the Tour de France, biggest race, cycling race worldwide.
Jamini, through SportPesa, gathered its resources and decided that let's revolutionize how we support the sports and talent ecosystem, be it the individual players or even the teams in Kenya.
In the spirit of Tujiamini, you touch a life. Kuna talanta ambayo ilikuwa inakufa lakini umeifufua.
The journey has only just begun.
Here we go for the first match for the Kenya Lionesses. They will be using this tournament as a preparation for the November assignment that they have for the African tournament. And of course later on they will be in contention to get themselves back into Division 1 in the World Rugby Series. So a lot to work for this Safari Sevens tournament. They came short last year against Costa Blanca ladies in the finals. They will look to go one better this year in their home tournament. Therefore, kicking us off is Tunisia, also using this tournament as a preparation for the upcoming assignments. They take us off right outside of Lionesses. 22 stepping back, stepping away from the first tackler, then coming to the short side. Naomi Amguni with a strong carry goes looking for a reset there. Okaya passes it out wide, then coming back in on a hard line, needs support very quickly. Support not coming, so she picks and goes. The pick and go there. That attack line is very deep. Have to work with all those meters. Carrying and stepping off one defender, shrugging off another one. Good ball retention by Kenya Lionesses, shifting the ball, coming in on a hard line. Sheila Chajira, that ball is at risk of being turned over. Okaya electing to use her boot, puts it behind the backyard of Tunisia. Good recovery there. Those were danger signs, but
yeah, that is holding on there. Good awareness by the Chio. Kenya there. One pass out. Janet Okello. Try time.
Janet Okello straight from international assignments with her club there. Stepping back in. The art pace hits that gap. Dives over for Kenya Lionesses' first try. Showing the intent early on here against Tunisia. The referee just trying to get Snyder Makaya to align with where the try was scored. Waiting for that conversion. It's a quick start from Kenya Lionesses. That conversion sails on to the left of the uprights. Goes to Beck. And we have a restart. Good start here from Kenya Lionesses Walter. They have just placed themselves in a good place with that early try. And all pressure now on Tunisia.
Yeah, it's a good start there for the Kenya Lionesses. Experience of Janet Okello coming to the fore there. Ball is lost forward there. Tunisia had an opportunity at the edge there just to try either recycle and try and see if they can ask questions of this Kenya Lionesses side, but they've spewed it forward. It's an opportunity for the Lionesses to piece together their scrum attack, a set piece opportunity. Centered almost close to the center pitch. The sun is out, no slippery conditions. Perfect opportunity to execute.
Yeah, this is really fantastic. So far we haven't seen any players slip up. The tougher is holding well, and that really helps to play all-out rugby for both teams. Being penalized for offside there, and they will get cleaned here if they're not careful, and going all the way to score. Nariaka, Edith Nariaka has been scorching the pitches around Kenya with searing pace. Just goes over quickly there. That is her brand of rugby. Always aware, always has really nice situational awareness, and with that kind of pace, plus the laws working to her advantage, if you touch her within those 10 meters, you will find yourself with a yellow card. She's used it to good effect there, stretching Kenya Lionesses lead 10-0. Getting their ducks into row here very quickly. Edith Nariaka was a top-tier scorer for the women's category, and this was her brand. This is her signature, taking off with quick tap-and-go penalties.
Yo, you can't give this lady space. You can't. A sniff, she takes everything on offer. It was a hospital pass. I mean, the Tunisians had rushed in. You could see they had shot up that defensive line. And ideally, the player there should have either opted to go into contact, but
is for binding. I told you about it.
Yeah, the communication there from the referee very clear. They're not binding right. Many thanks for that deep. I mean, the understanding of what the referee makes of a situation, you know.
And it's very important for the players to ensure that they are in sync with what the referee, you know, how the referee interprets the law.
Yeah. Well, the Tunisians took that ball from that scrum. The player ran across. That is a player off her feet, and the turnover is effected. There is a spew back to the referee. The referee having none of that. 10 meters. Nariaka once again taps. She has somebody on the outside. Nariaka will ban them. Nariaka needed to pass that ball because she had 1, 2, 3 players on the outside there, and going down the blind, that is a definite try for Kenya.
Janet with her second try. Janet very quick to use that opportunity. Being missed in the local circuit, supplying her trade outside our borders here. Stretching that lead to 15-0 in the first half with a minute to go. That conversion not successful. Kenya pulling out away in this first half, as you see there. Very lucky it's not double jeopardy for Tunisia, that yellow card.
Yeah, Tunisia there, guilty of not defending the blind side. They paid the price. Opportunity now to try and piece something again, once again. Kenya not rolling away there, slow roll away. Ball is turned over, knock on the floor there. 20 seconds to go. Referee has a say, and he says it's scrum time.
Yeah, Islam Waili just guilty of waiting too long to get that ball out. Okay, granted that Kenya Lionesses players were hindering the quick channeling of the ball to the back of that track, but Naida Mokaya was very much aware to the opportunity to turn over, and that knock-on giving very good territory for attack here for Kenya Lionesses, coming in on a off-the-pitch move. War just floating that ball, trying to find Nariaka, but it's become now a turnover, and both players, set of players getting into touch with that one. We have the final play yet to come before the halftime.
Yeah, the hooter sounds here. I think we're still within time. Probably last play for the referee. But a good first half nonetheless. Tunisia have not really given a good account of themselves as the Kenyans rise up top. Freshia, center, there. Janet shows experience coming through. That's a knock-on, and of course the referee signals for halftime.
Yeah, we go into the halftime. Kenya Lionesses doing really well with ball in hand. They have taken advantage of the opportunities given to them. Tunisia yet to really work with ball in hand, yet to build some faces, but they have another 7 minutes in the second half to get themselves back into this game.
What does it mean to beat the odds? It's about courage, belief, and seizing every opportunity that comes your way. Kwa while you're betting, it's not just about taking risks. Ni kuturn challenges into triumphs. Behind every win, kuna jani iko filled with dreams, determination, and defying the odds. Meet some of our incredible winners who dared to dream big and turn their bold bets into extraordinary wins. These are real people who took on the big challenge and came out on top. Their stories remind us that as SportPesa, we are made of winners. Na sisi ni factory ya mamillionaire. With every bet, unakaribia the big mega seat. So, uko ready to beat the odds hii season? Enda pale ke.sportpesa.com. Ukwe the next mega millionaire. Karibu SportPesa. Beat the odds.
Costa Blanca starting well here, get themselves back into contention for this year's edition. They have had a good first half, made really good use of the opportunities given to them. Tunisia yet to make a real impression on attack. They use their boots to get themselves into Lionesses territory. Snyder Mokaya there with a step, ducking from one tackler and giving her fellow players the opportunity to attack. Nice interchange there between Sheila Chejira and her teammates. Freshia Oduor goes into contact to retain that possession, but Edith Nariaka guilty of going off feet to seal that rack and not affording Tunisia an opportunity to contest it. A quick tap and go from Tunisia. They look to straighten the heart of Kenya Lionesses defense, but a knock on, just shy, 5 meters shy of Kenya's try line. They knock it on. The closest they have come.
Yeah, they had them on the ropes there. But it's a bounce of the rugby ball, and Kenya survived there. Second half, 5 minutes 43 seconds. You can see went backwards for that attempt to grab. It's actually that last attempt to grab, which proved to be a tough gain there for the Tunisians. Kenya attacking 5 meters out of their own try line. They have the whole pitch to work with. Coming around, Snyder has a good boot, looking for touch. That is a touch finder. I'm not sure these kicks into touch for sevens really work. I think ideally just keep the ball in hand, ask the questions. Well, you can agree that they were playing in their own 5-meter territory. One drag here, then try and see if you can get an advantage for it really help. So the boot works, yes, but I don't think mostly in sevens, if you kick the ball, there's a chance you get it back because you're punished. Good teams will punish you with that kick.
if you have to attack from your own 5 meter, then you have to trust in your skills. You must have good ball handling skills, because any drop in ball or any lack of execution will put you into trouble, as we see pinning her ears and going now. Amuguni going all the way to score. Kenya's fourth try was put into space, and you're not giving her second invitation. Goes all the way. They stretch their lead here. The captain Naomi Amuguni scoring. And this one now becomes a tall order for Tunisia to come back. Snyder Mokaya just puts the 2 extra points in that conversion, and the changes will start coming in from the bench here. As you see her going, Yamia Mluaha trying to follow, trying to chase, leading from the front. That restart not going the full 10, so a half penalty, a kick here for free kick for Tunisia. One of the few times they are having possession. They turn over that ball. Strong carry there to Edith Nariaka. No one is getting her. No one is going to lay a finger on her. She goes over for her second try. Nariaka. Edith shows a clean pair of heels after that turnover. Always works in the advantage of the attack of the defending team if you have pace around the tackle areas. That turnover and an offload to the speedster goes all the way to score. That's a good strong carry there by Marvel Laura, and then offloading to Edith Nariaka, who goes all the way. And this one is a case of damage control, damage limitations here from Tunisia.
Yeah, and finally, Toeli, there are teams that can now kick 10 meters. You know, maybe, I mean, they might not retrieve the restarts, but here we are. Kenya can kick. You complained earlier, and it's good that maybe it's the jitters.
Yeah, the early days.
Yeah, the early days. Today is a feel of what to expect over the next 2 days. The field is fantastic. I mean, the weather is amazing. Nairobi is really ready to host this.
Yeah, really been well prepped for this one, and just kudos to the government of Kenya for being able to deliver fantastic stadium for us sport lovers and various disciplines to use. And this year we have come back to Nyayo National Stadium, nearly a 30-seater capacity. Full capacity will be at that. And back in the years, I remember we were able to fill this stadium. I think it was a 2010-2011 period that necessitated us to go to Kasarani.
Yes.
So really, it's glad to be back to Nyayo National Stadium. Last time we were here was around 2020, and as we see that going over for another try for Kenya, stepping through and bumping off tackles, Faith Livoi goes in. The appreciation of the Kenyan fans here supporting the home team. Faith Livoi, very strong ball carrier. And that 2 points added by Morin Miritu. You see they're handing off, then pumping her legs through those tackles. She, very strong ball carrier. Livoi, one of the stalwarts for the Kenya Lionesses. Always count on her. That ball left to bounce by the Tunisian team, not communicating well, but too eager Janet to tackle there. Tackles the players without ball, gets immediately penalized for that. Yet to get onto the scoreboard, running out of time.
The Kenyans interested to keep this a clean sheet. Tunisia, nonetheless, will be looking for something, just something to give them a glimmer of hope as they get into the second day. Zara Hadiji battling strongly. There has to roll away for the counteract to be effective. That's a penalty awarded to the Tunisians. A player on the far side on the floor. Zara Hadiji, I think she probably is reeling from that big carry. That's a try.
Yeah, finally, the last second of this match, Tunisia get themselves onto the scoreboard. Tap and go, 10 meters out, strong ball carry. Went between two Kenya Lionesses defenders and barged over, scoring that try. Getting rewards for the effort to get down into Kenya Lionesses territory. That conversion is successful. 34-7 is the final score. See that replay, tap and go, and then just two defenders not being able to stop her that close. And this one ends in favor of the Kenya Lionesses. A big win, the first match, this Pool B encounter. That will be it for the women's category for day one. We will catch up with them tomorrow for their second round of games as we move on to the men's category.
Here's how you can easily link your card on the new KCB mobile app. Open your KCB mobile app. Click on Cards. Click on the plus sign to add your card. Click on Link Card. Select the card. Confirm you are about to link the card. Click Link Now. Enter your PIN. You have successfully linked your card. Download the new KCB mobile app today. Champes, uko mood gani? The new KCB mobile app adapts to you, your mood, and your mode. Ingia selfie mode and securely log into the app via your Face ID ama fingerprint. Tunatambua pia wewe ni mjanja ikifika kwa do. Fika thrift mode and access more ways to pay and transfer money. Scan to pay, pay to Vumatil or Paybill, prepaid cards, mobile transfers. Financial decisions pia lazima zikuwe tops. Move to investor mode and grow your money na fixed deposit ama goal savings account. Extend protection yako through the app. Flip to protect mode and access insurance products kama motor vehicle cover. One app for all your modes. Download the new KCB mobile app today. KCB, for people, for better.
Get ready for the first match in the men's category from 7th edition of Safari Sevens. Kenya Morans, the second side for the hosts, taking on Reunion. Reunion is a collection of several players. From the Spanish and the French regions. likes of John Okoth, Brian Mutua, Elvis Olukusi, Clinton Amukwachi, Barnabas Owor, Eugene Ojiambo coming in for the first time to the setup. Daniel Chirchir, Revo Namunga, really a lot of debutants here. David Nyangige, Elton Amalemba, Arnold Jaconia, Victor Odhiambo Mola, and Arnold Mita in the 13th player. As we start there, Revon Mbale puts it high into Reunions 22. Reunions have a lot to do against the Morans team that is teeming with players who want to put their hands up for the final Shujaa team that will do the duties representing us in the onslaught to get ourselves as a Kenyan team back into the Division 1.
Yeah, this ideally is the pipeline. So many debutants, but of course a mix of an experienced lot. You have the likes of John Okoth, Elvis Olukusi, you have Brian Mutua currently on the pitch. You have who's on the wing, Victor Odhiambo Mola. I mean, this is a group of boys who could have the most impact in terms of sevens rugby as we try and get back, and also besides getting back, be a stable side on the World Rugby 7 Series.
Yeah, so for Kenya, what is needed in the few tournaments that we'll be playing later on in the World Rugby circuit is at least a quarterfinals in every leg, because only the top 8 will remain. And these Safari Sevens presents an opportunity for the Kenyan coach to test out his contingent of players. As we see, Eugene Ojiambo picks it from the base, swings it out wide to Elton Amalemba, crashes into some defenders there. The base of that, Eugene controls matters, takes it to the shorter side, going into contact, and
Victor Odhiambo Mola there. The referee says it's a tackle. They have to release. Quick tap needed. Eugene taps. The ball bounces. Elton to Rayvon steps. Rayvon steps. Sees Elvis on the pitch on the outside. Has Elvis goes straight into the man. Strong tackle there. Ball lost on the floor there. Concentration of that track area being a problem, but you can see that the defense is working really well. They're jamming in. They're not giving Kenya an opportunity to get that easy way out. Try and execute. They're piling in pressure. So Kenya have to either fix the passing, because I've seen the ball from the number 9 to the outside channels. It's not as quick as it should be. So they have to improve on the quality of passes for them to be able to get those opportunities.
Yeah, they have to play at pace here. Early days, so it's good to test the defense on both sides, but it tries to go out on from the center there, but gets tackled by Elton, who scrambled back in quick to their feet to defend again. The Morans attempted jackal, but it's not successful. Ball goes to deck. Vincent Mola, a lot of pace, top try scorer in the just concluded Kenya local club circuit. Then they go on to deck there. Restart here, knocked on ball. Referee calls it in favor of the Morans. Eugene with ball, calls his fly half to come closer. Just wants to have sight of him as that boiler room produces and emits a lot of heat. Wants to be sure that that ball will go to Raven's hand. Punched up, the squeezed, compacted the attacking play here. Mola just steps back in. Morans looking to have a platform to work with. They go back to the longer side of the pitch. John Okoth carrying it into contact. He's a strong ball carrier. That 5-meter channel, they have worked it well. Possession is good for
Kenya have to be patient here. Kenya have to be patient, and exactly as we talked about patience, we ran out of it. Well, it's happening. They're swinging the ball, and as I told you, it's the speed of the passing, the accuracy of the passing. So we need the balls to be moving as fast as they can, but most importantly, they need to hit the marks. And I think also in terms of communication, I'm not seeing so much in terms of these boys speaking up and asking for that ball. You know, it's the confidence levels, you know?
Yeah, as you say, so this starting seven, it's only John Okoth who has been a regular in this team, in the Kenya setups. Rest of the team players coming in for the first time, so save for maybe Olukusi and Mutua. So that also informs the lack of chemistry that you're talking about. But at the end of it all, the talent to step back in, Rayvon Ambale showing it off, finds the overchasing defenders from Reunion, and then straightens and goes all the way to score. Early days, this is the right platform for the Morans to test themselves. A lot of things can work in the training pitch for both teams, but when you get into these pressure situations, that's when your skills come into play. That's when your chemistry comes into play. That's when you're able to test your systems and see if they work. And in this one, Rayvon just identified the opportunity back in from the overchasing to meet Reunion defenders.
Yeah, an opportunity presented itself. Rayvon Ambale is good value for money to take up that opportunity, and took it very well in the bag. And guess we're here. Kenya 7, Reunion 0. Good game. The defense has really worked for both sides. I think Kenya have not really been asked questions this half as much.
Yeah, they've enjoyed a lot of possession. Even in that restart, you can see it was tapped back, but the attackers, the supporting players, were not wary to that opportunity. Left Reunion to recover it, but just shuffled into defense there, into touch there. Reynald Pierre just goes into touch, and it looks like he's come out worse.
Yeah, he's come out worse, but he's back on his feet. I think hydrotherapy works. It does work, yeah, clearly. He didn't need a surgery, but he's okay.
Olukusi all over him there.
Yeah, Olukusi, strong upper body, he's a big boy. Olukusi this is the time for Olukusi to step out of his shadows. I think there's no better place.
Yeah, a lot of, I mean, he's had several chances, so you will think that this is the best time for him to get himself into the 7 setup properly. Eugene going to the right there. Mutua calls for the cut back in from the speedster Vincent Mola. He is gone. He has wheels to burn. He is one of the fastest players on the local 7th scene, and opens his account here for the first time appearing for the Kenya Sevens. Here he comes in the Moran colors and puts the first 5 points in his international career that kicks off here on debut, and taking the chance with both hands. As you see there, just went back in, ensured that the defender was flat-footed there. Lucia Enzo caught flat-footed, then Mola turned on the afterburners. Quick acceleration in that 5-meter channel, goes to score, and with a successful conversion, we go into the break. Morans leading this one 14-0 against Reunion. Yeah, on your screens there, it's all about Kenya and KCB, the local club, the winners of the 7th Circuit 2025 edition. Because of that, they qualified to come into the Safari Sevens as the club representative.
Joeli, how good is that KCB fan camp?
Restart there that has Morans with ball in hand, looking to continue from where they stopped in the first half. Elton Amalemba, strong ball carrier, very bruising ball carrier, done it well in the local circuit. Mola, Vincent Odhiambo this time round is apprehended. Good recovery there from Reynaud Pierre.
Big man there. Mola had little space. The big man defended with the touchline, so it's
yeah. It came to his rescue.
All he needed was that small space to get hold of Victor Mola. If he hadn't gotten Victor Mola, it would have been try time. So they, of course, by today, everyone is doing their homework so that they know who and how they play. So it's a good opportunity. I thought there was a contest at line out there, but the referee allows play to continue.
Yeah, defensive play here from Reunion in their 22, and Morans defense holding strong. So it has to be an upfront match here. Looks like there was a ball lost in control there, but all is well for Reunion as they try to exit. Good jackal there coming in from John Okoth, specialist in that, and is successful.
John Okoth there identified that opportunity. The player was isolated, and that jackling came through. A way of getting back possession, a very, very underrated but most dangerous play, because those going in for that counterattack is equivalent to going into very dark corners where you mostly don't know how you come back out of that position, because remember, you're going to jackal, somebody else is coming in to clear you, so those neck injuries and all that. So it's evolved in a way, and I think athletes have also adapted quite well with that tackle, bounce up and turnover.
Absolutely. As we say, so Clinton Amukwachi comes in for Elvis Olukusi in the forwards. More changes being made there. Coming in is David Nyangige going to the fly.
Changes for the Kenya Morans. Out goes Elton Amalemba, Eugene Odhiambo, and in goes Nyangige David and Clinton Amukwachi.
A restart there in favor of Reunion. Reunion just trying to get themselves. Referee penalizing Morans for the high tackle. Reunion having a breather here, having a reprieve. Quick tap and go. They come to the left side. 2v1, but not enough space to work with. Going in for an attempted jackal, not successful. Kipchirchir also coming in at the center, replacing Elton Amalemba. They go there, trying to identify in that rack and trying to hustle Reunion out of possession. Good pressure on Reunion there, losing a couple of meters. Nyangige coming in, goes for the shoelaces there.
It's a turnover. Good successful hand there by Kipchirchir. It's a penalty added to the Kenya Morans. They are stuck in the middle of that pitch. More changes for the Kenyans.
Morans bringing in the changes. Barnabas Oworo of Yambo coming in, going into the forwards, replacing John Okoth. Reunion's also making a couple of changes. They also have coming in, going out is Renaud Pierre. And coming in for him is Mikhail. Morans now just outside of Reunion's 22, accelerating into contact there, coming in for a cut-off. Clinton Amukwachi going into the heart of Reunion's defense. Can have a quick offload. They have numbers to burn on the left. It's 3v2 loop cutout pass going all the way there to Arnold Agonda. Arnold Agonda goes and scores. Arnold Agonda on the scoreboard just minutes after coming on for Vincent Odhiambo. Kenya stretch their lead by another 5 points. They had numbers out wide. That quick recycling helping them to utilize the numbers on their left. Arnold still had some work to do. Cut back in, rode one tackle, then barged over the whitewash. Successful. Reunion finding the going tough here. Not finding clear-cut, not making clear-cut opportunities, not creating enough chances for them to score. And they have just around less than a minute to get themselves onto the scoreboard.
Yep. Couple of seconds to go, second half. An interesting fixture. Kenya, Morans, this second string side, most of these boys have been starring in the local 7th circuit, and befitting to have most of them here. Arnold Agonda, they are going over for that try, has been a mainstay at that Daystar Falcon side. You can see Clinton Amukwachi not really fazed by the opportunity or the stage, and exactly, they can hold their own. I mean, they've not conceded, and of course, with new players coming together, you expect that the combinations wouldn't be working from the onset.
Yeah.
But as much as they've been tasked, they've given back in equal measure and actually leading this game. So, very good return in terms of their first match, and of course, should be looking at building up or building on this result as they head on to match day 2.
Yeah, only 3 of the Morans players have been in the colors of the national team. So a lot of players just trying to ensure that they can give themselves a chance to remain in the setup. And they are doing a good job here.
Yeah, most of them are probably played for the Kenya under-20s. And when I think about the Kenya under-20 side that has really entertained guys at the Nya National Stadium, nobody comes to mind better than one Builder Dugeta. And I don't know, wherever he is, he's ruled some of these stages as a winger. And you look at the quality, that shows you the depth of our national 7th circuit, that we have some of the players who you probably would look at and see their return rates and think that these are probably players who could have a shout. So many of them have missed an opportunity, but the depth is there for everyone to see to it.
Yeah, there's a huge depth, especially after 6th round of that's concluded Kenya National 7th Circuit. This is the outcome, and this is the best place to put the players under test and under stress to see what they can be able to deliver with these debutants and the new call-ups. Last opportunity here, dying embers of this match. Will Morans score another one? Yes, they will. Arnold Agonda with his second and closes the accounts for the Morans, for the Kenya Morans. His second try in as many touches of that ball. Good strike rate. So Kenya Morans first match and the only match for this match day 1, and they have given a good account of themselves. That conversion not finding its mark. Final score here is 24-0. As you watch, he had the presence of mind to control that ball using his foot, and then once he had it in his hands, just went over 10 meters out. Good show, good outing for Morans. A lot of the players getting those jitters out, donning the first time they are donning the senior shirts. 24-0. This one ends in favor of Kenya Morans as we move forward to the next match. Match number 2 for the men's category. Get ready for the second match. This one pitting Zimbabwe against Apache. Zimbabwe have been regular attendees of the Safari Sevens, and this year they will look to see how far they can go. It's been many years actually since they were in the finals, as more and more teams have stepped up over the last 20 years. Zimbabwe, of course, qualifying, booking a ticket for the Men's Rugby World Cup 2027. And that makes good reading for them. Even the Sevens, as we see here, good display of stepping skills, sidestepping 2 defenders, and quick to get themselves onto the scoreboard. That is a very well worked out try by Edward Sigauke. This is very familiar name, the rugby pitch. Very familiar. Just look at that. Checks out his man, steps back in, punches through the gap, then finds the sweeper and takes Kyle Tyson to the cleaners there. Really nothing much that Kyle could do, facing Edward, who was already at pace with all the momentum. And Zimbabwe, with a successful conversion, hit the front here early. 7-0, that ball goes straight into touch for that restart, and they'll go back for a free kick in favor of Apache. Apache is a team that is full of a couple of players gathered from all over the globe, a lot of them from the United Kingdom, and a sprinkling of players, just actually one to support the local rugby, Amon Wamalwa, a name that is familiar in the 7th Circuit. Dons, his shirt for Kenya Harlequins, will be turning up for Apache. They have ball in hand, trying to get themselves into space, carrying it close. Lylan Gordon steps back in, going for a jackal that seems to be successful. Yes, he's rewarded. Quick tap and go there in that. Oh, wow. That's a wicked sidestep coming in from Carlos Matematema and puts Ryan Musumi into space. Matematema dazzled the crowd last year when we had the Safari Sevens at Machakos, Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos. And he's just picking up from there, creating opportunities for his teammates to score. This one, Vuyani Dlomo. Vuyani Dlomo goes over for their second try. All that was courtesy of a quick tap and go from Carlos Matematema. And once they had a line break, the support play came filtering in through very quickly and gets them another try. Conversion sails far to the right, doesn't make it to the try line. You see there, that's 10 meters out now. Required just working around the fringes of that track and just barges over their second try. Good pressure by Zimbabwe. Good strike rate. Union, nice ball handling skills, airborne there, and looks like he will not survive. Just getting the foot in to touch Ewan Kingdon. Steps on the touchline there after a dazzling recovery of that kickoff. Just juggled it and succeeded to get it. Matematema passes it out wide to very dangerous backline here from Zimbabwe. Goes into contact, Ryan Musumi. Ryan Musumi offloads it, it comes back. Broken play here. Dangerous times for Apache. Gets past the first line of defense, offloads. Nice offload. Then just trying to use the full pitch. Zimbabwe just doing all the right things. Accelerating, increasing the tempo of the game when they're into space, but being patient with ball in hand when the defense is set. That intercept, the attempted intercept, is knocked on by Apache.
Let's go, gents.
Becomes a scrum down for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, it becomes a scrum to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have an opportunity stuck in the mid of the pitch to attack either on the open side or the blind side. Feeding the scrum is Carlos Matemate. Yeah, this name, Matemate. Yes, Carlos Matemate. Zing with ball in hand. Matemate steps back. Good step on him. Good pass on the outside there. Have Edward Sigauke lit up this stage. Plays in South Africa in the Varsity Cup.
Edward Sigauke, very familiar names if you watch international rugby. His second try in this match, courtesy of another display from Carlos Matematema. Carlos Matematema is a hot stepper, one of the best you'll see in these next 3 days of Safari Sevens, picking up from last year where he left many defenders on the turf. See that Edward Sigauke with all the confidence goes for his second try. And Zimbabwe this first half just taking Apache to the cleaners, 19-0 with seconds remaining in this match. Jan Remke, another of those who are turning out for Apache. Jan Remke, Amon Omalwa, Kenya Harlequins players in that roster for Apache. Hooter sounds to finish this first half. Ball in hand for Apache. One of the few times they have found themselves in Zimbabwe's half. Going into contact with the 15-meter channel. Not rolling away in the tackle area. Penalized instantly by the referee. Dan Kioko steps back in. Fantastic step there to go score. Andrew. Kyle Thainsen goes over to score for Apache. That was a wicked step. Really went back into the space there. Amon Wamalwa prepares to take the first conversions for Apache. That was Zimbabwe over chasing and opening a gap. Once he stepped back in, Kyle Thainsen went all the way to score and get themselves back onto the scoreboard. 19-7. Apache will believe they can get themselves back in. Look at that. Steps 1, steps 2. And that gaping hole. We go into the halftime 19-7 in favor of Zimbabwe.
My name is Jesse Kamau.
Wycliffe Ochieng.
Frank Oigo.
Michael Were Muhusia. Bonga boli ukipenda.
Mimi ni football analyst na business person in Thika.
Mimi ni football fan na mwanabiashara. SportPesa imekuwa ni kampuni moja fiti. Kuna siku nimepata challenge ya kuangalia bet history, nikapigia customer care na walinielezea mzuri, nilisikia ni watu polite sana, walinielezea na nikashika. Sasa hata nikiingia kwa nini betting hapo naweza angalia hiyo bet history na vile game inaendelea.
I have interacted with the SportPesa customer service maybe twice or thrice. My money had not reflected from M-Pesa to the SportPesa account. I called the customer service team and I was guided appropriately. The service was good and I was very happy.
It's over 10 years. Niko na app ya SportPesa, lakini kuna wakati kivuruga kiasi napiga simu, unaona, wananielekeza, kuna wakaniambia uninstall, anzisha, refresh, vitu kama hizo. Uzuri kwa mimi inakuwa ni faster, unaona.
Nilikuwa na issue na pin yangu, so walinisaidia sana. Within few minutes walisort hiyo issue. Na wa big up sana.
Ukiwa na shida yote kwa SportPesa, ni watu friendly, wanapenda customer, wanatujali. Wewe piga simu.
Led by players from the French region, the French territory, from France. Strictly local players. They closed strongly in that first half. Found themselves in Zimbabwe's half for the first time, and the strike rate was good. Kyle Thainsen going all the way to score, get them back into this match. All of these 6 minutes to play for.
10, white, 11.
Throw-in ball there from Zimbabwe. Matema, Carlos Matema does well to put it up over the top ball. They attack with pace, steps back in, tries shrug off the defender, floats in contact, going all the